Okay, so get this. Once darkness fall over the sky of the sea heaven, we land on the shore and we sneak while no one's looking into the Die King's shop. We take all his dice, we put them in a chest somewhere, and he'll never even know. You know what, you're not fun to plan with. I miss my Golem General. Hey yo pretty people, my name is Lexp and welcome back to Minecraft on the decidedly vanilla survival, vanilla so yada yada. On the previous episode, I promised you that we will take great vengeance on the 6 Dynasium high quality dice shop. And I did. If you open any chest in here, you'll find that it is barren. And as a designated pirate of the server, I have pirated all the dice away from this shop and hidden them in a sneaky location where no one will ever see. Yeah, and you know, since I actually have quite some memory problems, I even wrote the location down. You see, I even renamed the map, and yes, the red Z marks the spot. This is where it is. It's not too far away from my base, and yeah, this is where I buried them for when I need them. Yeah, obviously I didn't want to bring it into any other chest because, you know, just in case. Like in case Silk even figures out where my actual base is, at the very least, even then he will not be able to get his stupid dice back. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with myself here, and I basically returned here for 3 major reasons. First reason is of course to leave some signs signifying who done it and who's the real king of what around here. I will not allow dice, as in, you know, basic Minecraft resources, to be sold for such a high price on you know, in the anywhere on the server. So that is my great statement concerning him. So let me quickly just drop the maps into the ender. No wait, that's not an shot. Whoops. You saw nothing. All right. Okay. Wow. This thing is all sorts of confusing. Yeah, he has like an entire underground factory for this kind of crap. Yeah, I'm not figuring this one out. Whatever, that doesn't matter. He won't be able to see anything anyway. But what does this button do? There we go. You know what? This whole thing would be much easier if I just watched his actual episodes on it before invading his private space. All right, that's more like it. Check this out. Now the next time Suck enters his treasurer's shop, check this out, he won't see any dice in the chests anywhere, and also he will be greeted by these signs saying that this shop is out of commission by the order of the Sky King, which is myself, because I decided so, and to comment my concern, which is also sick, you have no dice and you are no king, and if you are, then I did not vote for you. Signs Lord XP, which is me. Which I totally have the authority to do such a thing, because I'm a reasonable person who doesn't feel like paying 1/32 of a diamond for every piece of dye that I can get for free anyway, or I should be able to get for free, because dye farms are a necessity, and also the will and the thing of the people. So yeah. Besides, he's like a monopolist, and monopolies are wrong. So now, while we're at here talking about monopolies and competition and all that kind of cool stuff, I also have another two things that I wanted to accomplish in today's episode while I'm here, while I'm at the Sea Haven. First and foremost, you might see in the upper left corner the word Pirate Vision. That is the doing of a resource pack of mine that makes pumpkins into pirate hats. That's a very cool resource pack made for me and like for you and for everyone to enjoy by Samzorus6 himself, who is also the author of this beautiful pirate hat model. So kudos to him for that. And I also modified it so it has no pumpkin blue. So the pirate vision texture is actually the texture for the regular pumpkin blue for Minecraft. The haze effect, the pumpkin face effect that you get when you actually put a pumpkin on a head. This resource pack is installed for now only on my side, but I should probably contact Kane to get him to actually install it server-wise. Anyway, that's just, you know, for people who are wondering why this is happening here. That's why, because it's a resource pack, because we aren't running mods, guys, don't worry. It's only almost mods. But I digress. Anyway, the other reason why I'm here at the Decidedly Vanilla Sea Haven, basically at the spawn town, is because, you see, while I was in the nether working on my craft and on my ships, perfecting the skyfaring technology, some people took advantage of my absence and decided to apparently usurp the very sky that I am king of. You can clearly see Nashcrafter has built 2 Luftballons, which is the German word for hot air balloon, so that's German with low XP. And also, at the same time, Mr. Pigglesworth himself decided to fill the beautiful, gracious, noble sky with his filthy advertisement for his shop. That is unbearable. The hot air balloons advertising things is a disgrace to the entire skyfaring, the entire sky floating, I don't know, skywalking industry, and shall not be tolerated. So in this episode, I'm thinking that we will do some things with both this thing and those two. And I already have some ideas. And one of those ideas actually has something to do with the dreaded Minecraft 1.13. For a quick while, welcome to my creative testing world as a separate, world on my PC. This is all in single player. And basically, I had this idea ever since I saw Nashcrafter's episode on those hot air balloons, which I instantly thought this will be my competition over the dominance over the skies of the Sea Haven, and I have to get rid of them. So wouldn't it be nice if the 1.13 night terrors swooped down and just tore those hot air balloons for me? Well, alas, we aren't in 1.13 just yet on the server, but I can nevertheless, at the very least, dream. Can I? So I basically decided to go out of my way and actually recreate a giant night terror, tearing apart the two hot air balloons that Nashcrafter has built. I'm really excited for this because, especially since the latest release texture, the latest screenshot of the night terrors of the so-called Fanta race have been released by Japa, and oh my god, they look absolutely amazing. I will remember to show them to you on the screen right now. And yes, some people argued that maybe in their original darker variation they should look even cooler, but in my personal opinion, this dark blue that they have fits them perfectly and makes them actually at the same time quite menacing while circling around you in the dark sky, so you can actually see them, and at the same time, yeah, you can actually see them despite them kind of looking menacing. So yeah, I figured out that it looks pretty cool, and you will not believe what type of materials I actually figured out fits them more or less perfectly. You see, out of all of the blues that the game has, the blue concrete powder fits more or less perfectly to the texture that the night terrors, the new phantoms, have. Sadly, it cannot be really placed without anything underneath it because, gravity blocks and that kind of stuff. So the actual blue concrete seems to be too bright and too easy on the eye. It's too plain, basically, what I'm trying to say. But the blue wool is more or less somewhere in between. So I'm thinking that's what we'll do, especially since blue wool is really easy to come by. Now next I had to figure out some kind of a texture for the inner bony type of thing that you can see on the inner side of their wings or on their bellies, that kind of type of thing. So I thought to myself, okay, white concrete, nope, too plain. This thing, nope, too bright, also too big. And then I realized, stone friggin' slabs. You know what? This game keeps surprising me, because every now and again you just put your mind to something and you overcomplicate it in your head so friggin' much. And then suddenly it turns out that you can do a pretty cool prank using only blue wool, which is obviously available during using ships, and stone slab, which are obviously in abundance available in the mines, especially since I have a silk touch pick. So lo and behold, there is an active prototype that I prepared, and doesn't it look freaking awesome? There is some basicness to it, and yes, it is not as great as the original. Obviously the actual mob is way more detailed and kind of way more gray on the inside, granted, but I felt like if I make it tiny bit less gray on the inside, we have tiny bit less actual bones on the lower part of the body, it would actually look better as a build, just because you will be able to see the big wings, the big butty wings of the Phantom from the ground, because obviously not everyone has a elytra, myself included, and not everyone will see it from the up above. That is my logic behind this build. And oh my god, I cannot wait. And would you look at that? While I was away walking and creating the design for the Nashcrafter prank, someone already took care of the Pigglesworth's loved balloon. Yep. Yeah, basically I just told a couple of my really distant relatives about this thing, and they kind of took care of it for me. Anyway, there's hot air balloons to disrupt and tear apart, so let us get started with the time lapse, and I'll see you on the other side. And there's the terrors at night. Yeah, they kinda look dopey. Kind of, sort of, but they get the message across, right? Especially the fiery parts of the balloons. Yeah, I hesitated to actually completely ruin them. I just wanted to bang them up enough to get the message across, to kind of hint at what I'm willing to do with the balloons if any more show up in the area. But seriously, the Nash did too good of a job with them for me to actually go around breaking them. And besides, who am I to break someone else's build, or, you know, to break someone else's build, or to steal their items, or to, you know, interfere with whatever they're doing. I'm just a humble king of the moderately high places in the sky. Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy with them. I will take some time to quickly swap their eyes for actual lime green concrete. If I get any freaking bones around this area, I swear to friggin' god, I cannot find a single skeleton that drops bones for some reason this night. But yeah, this is just about it, and I hope that Nash will do. Nash, Piggy, and, well, Silk, obviously, will bother to record their reactions for us. If you are interested in what they have to say, and you should be, Do check out their channels. I'll try to link them in the description. I'll try to not forget to link them in the description. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been ZloXP. This has been Decidedly Vanilla. I'll be going around recoloring ship and gathering enough wool material to paint my sails for my giant ship show. So I'm sorry, went full Sean Connery. The show. We shall be returning to the Nether ship in the very next episode. Trust me, I just wanted to take this little detour in the old world just because the sky is calling. Really, like the actual sky is calling, and boy, did I miss it. Anyway, thanks for watching. To be continued. Bye bye.